Gilt Groupe just scored $138 million in funding this week, putting the discount luxury e-tailer's value at $1 billion. Joining us today from New York is co-founder and CEO Kevin Ryan. He's the former CEO of online advertising powerhouse DoubleClick, which was later acquired by Google. Kevin, welcome to Bloomberg West. So first of all, $138 million. What do you plan to do with this new money?
Well, there's a couple things. We're launching new businesses. Every year we launch one or two new verticals. We're going to be entering the gourmet food business in the next month or two. We'll be entering men's full price business this summer as well. So we'll be using money for new businesses. We'll be using it for acquisitions over the next year because I think there'll be a lot of consolidation in this space. And then we'll use it to fund any businesses that we have that still aren't profitable because they've been launched in the last year.
Now, you explicitly said that this would be your last round of funding. So is going public next?
Yeah, we don't have any specific plans yet, and we've never had a meeting on going public. But my guess is that Gilt goes public somewhere between a year and 3 years from now, but that timing could change.
Now, Amazon recently launched its own kind of version of Gilt. The luxury business is starting to rebound. How do you differentiate yourself from the competition?
Well, in some ways, it's easy because we are by far the largest player. So we now have almost 700 employees completely focused on this space. So we're in 7 different verticals and have millions and millions of customers who come all the time. And so I think we've built that up and that brand over time. That's not easy to compete with. I think if we've learned one lesson in the last 10 years of the internet is that very focused competitors, generally win in their space.
Now, you are launching a number of new businesses. Talk to me about how the revenue breaks down. What are your most profitable businesses and what has the most promise?
So we do this past year. The year for us ends at the end of June. We'll do somewhere between $400 and $500 million in gross revenue, and that's our 3rd year, which is pretty amazing growth. The businesses are the largest business for us is still women's. That's the only business we've been in for 3 years. Men's is our 2nd largest business. Home and kids are growing really quickly. They're about a year and a half old. And the most recent businesses are travel and then services, sort of local restaurants, high-end salons, things like that.
And I understand Jet Setter, your travel business, is actually now a quarter of your revenue. Is that correct?
Almost. Jet Setter does $75 or $80 million in revenue, and they've been in business for a little over a year. So it's pretty impressive, and it shows that you can enter a category where there's been lots of competitors, and yet our customers like it and prefer to shop with us.
Now, Gilt is overall not profitable yet. Are you where you want to be, and how do you become profitable?
So becoming profitable is pretty easy because we're close to profitability now. But when we launch new businesses, it means that at any one time we have 30, 40 people working on new businesses that haven't launched yet. But we think those investments are great investments. And we'll be profitable a lot earlier than Amazon was profitable in its history. But it takes a few years. And DoubleClick took 5 years to be profitable, and then when it ended up being sold to Google, it was sold for over $3 billion. So I think that worked out fine.
How about international expansion? How important is that going to be?
So we're the leader in the United States and Japan, and to date we're not in any other countries yet. There are competitors in many, many countries, so that's not the primary focus for us in the next year. The primary focus for us is just getting bigger in the verticals we're in and launching other verticals in the United States, because we have a big competitive advantage in the United States with our traffic, our technology base, our personalization, and our warehousing.
All right, Kevin Ryan, CEO of Gilt Groupe. Thanks so much for joining us. I personally do enjoy my flash sales.
Great, thanks.